So welcome one and all to the first ever CLC Discord open mic night. Before we begin, I have a couple of things to warn you about. The first thing is that hecklers will be muted, unless of course they're funnier than the performer. In that case, we'll declare the performer to be the heckler and hand the microphone to the audience member. And I don't know why more people don't do that. The second thing I should warn you about is that I only write jokes for people with incredibly low standards in humor. So you should probably not laugh at any of my jokes. Everyone will know that you have low standards.
You're getting heckled, Brian.
I'm gonna...
Give that baby the microphone.
The heckler is funnier than you, so like the baby has the floor.
So I was working at the hotel a few years back, and I just mopped the lobby. And my boss was trying to track me down after I forgot to put up the caution wet floor sign, but I gave him the slip. Good job, everybody. That's what we want. Dead silence. I'm glad you all recognize bad comedy when you hear it.
It took me a sec to process it. Is all.
You need to take a hit. Do you guys know why cars rust faster near the ocean?
Why do cars rust faster near the ocean?
Because that's what happens when you add insult to injury.
Wow.
Did you just take these off of like fucking
No, man, I wrote these.
Oh.
This is original shit.
This OC.
This looked like you would have got them off a popsicle stick or something.
Oh, no, these next two come from a popsicle stick. That's how quality they are. Chris, how fast can a magician kill a rabbit?
How fast can a magician kill a rabbit?
At the drop of a hat.
Oh.
That's
Hey-o.
one his birthday party never forgot.
Why did the queen have to attend the dance? Because the ball was in her court.
Oh, shit.
Okay, last one. Here we go. There was a county judge that wanted to empathize more with his people that he presided over. So he went undercover as a hobo and spent the night in an alleyway. The landlord saw him there and he grew concerned and called the cops. They were just about to arrest the judge for loitering when he revealed his true identity. They laughed and let him go on his way. As it turns out, you can't book a judge by his cover.
Oh.
So let's see. Chris Riley has low standards. Chris Cowart has some low standards.
What?
Okay.
You're just trying to be emotionally supportive, Brian. Come on.
Yeah.
The Marquez baby has low standards.
Not even one laugh from the baby. I wrote that down.
In light of my jokes being so bad, I think I will perform a song from somebody that does know comedy. This is a parody written by Tim DeMuse. This is a parody of Jumper. I wish you... I gotta find what key it's in. Chris Riley has low standards. Chris Cowart has low standards. I wished you would not misgender my best friend. You could just try to justify the hate you're sending in. And if you ever want to be free again, you'll call her a man. You'll call her a man. The lady boys are here to remain, put you in a blinding pain. Wrong thing don't belong. We're gonna fight the wrong things loud. Look at the Nazis gathered round. This is current year. Every feminist has got a penis today. Chaps are never gay. Wish you would not misgender my best friend. You could just try to justify the hate you're sending in. And if you ever want to be free again, you'll call her a man. You'll call her a man. So clutch Get your pearls and grab your coats, just in case you didn't know that the future is queer. Patriarchy must be dismissed. Should have bought into all of this. White males need to go. Let's kill anyone who's got a penis. No way. Thought we allied with the gays. Wish you would not misgender my best friend. You should just try make one little break for dudes that got you in. But if you wanted to castrate me again, then I am pro-man. Then I am pro-man. Then I am pro-man. I can't remember how this song ends.
Not bad, not bad.
Thank you. I'm glad that you all seem to enjoy that song, but I've got bad news for you. Tim only writes parodies for people with incredibly low standards in music.
I got bad news too. Like, half your jokes cut out. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but yeah.
I think it was like too much for the mic whenever you got loud. It was too awesome, is what it was.
It was censoring you.
Right.
Yeah.
I got zucked.
I put the PG-13 on there. Sorry.
So I wasn't sure how this Discord open mic thing is going to work out because, well, actually, the nice thing about stand-up comedy on Discord is that nobody judges you by your appearance. Like, Tony could take the stage and none of you would even know he was black.
Oh.
Blake could take the stage and none of you would even know he was white. For all any of you know, I could be wearing a fedora right now.
Oh.
I mean, if the light was right,
fedora.
if the light was right, Tony could be standing right in front of you, and you wouldn't know he was black.
Fedoras are so weird. There was a time when I thought I could pull off a fedora, but the guy turned around and slugged me.
Boo.
I don't know. I've just never been very savvy about fashion. Like, this one time a security guard approached me at the party once and he said my attire was inappropriate. And I was like, this is a 2-piece suit. And he said, I can see that. Where'd you get it? And I was like, my wife left it at our beach house. No, that's just a joke. We never owned a beach house. I do enjoy the beach, though. I once joined a Greenpeace and I decided to live in a tree, but it was in a tropical area. So like a news reporter came along and asked me, what's it like living up in that tree? And I said, it's completely bananas. Let's see. Chris Riley has low standards. Chris Cowart has low standards. Tim has low standards. All right. Well, without further ado, I would like to offer up the mic to our first participant, besides myself, Chris Riley.
All right. Awesome. Now we need that Comedy Central music. The
Yeah. I called dibs on the bass one. Yeah.
Well, it's cool that we got at least like a handful of people here tonight. Obviously somebody that wanted to be here couldn't make it, Wesley, because he's got a big day today. Yeah, he's getting married. It'll be a nice Mormon wedding. In a church, no alcohol. They read their vows out of a hat using a rock with a hole in it. Yeah. I heard it was beautiful though. Beautiful bride, all in a white dress. Tables with just the perfect white linens. Arrangements with all white flowers. A guest list full of lovely Mormon friends and family members. Yeah, and then after that, tonight's going to be the real thing. You know what that means. The wedding night. Our boy's going to be getting it in for the first time. I'll paint the picture for you. Wes and his new bride, hotel room, chilled champagne glasses filled with the perfect amount of Mr. Pibb. Nice big king size bed, sheets with holes cut in them, a couple of glasses of water, a bottle of oils, a riding crop, leather dog mask with a zipper down the side. You don't know. All I'm saying is, congratulations, Wesley. Heart emoji. Couple emoji. Bible emoji. Dragon emoji. For his probably big Mormon dick. Anyways.
Don't forget the eggplant emoji.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's vegan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this is where a more experienced comic would have a segue. But sometimes when I go back home to see my folks, we reminisce with stories, and they start flying around. And sometimes it gets brought up that one time in elementary school, I flushed a kid's head down the toilet. I'm sure some of you are thinking, if you know me, there's no way Chris would ever do that, and you're right, kinda. You see, I didn't do the classic bullying some kid move of holding him upside down in the toilet bowl and start flushing, the classic swirly. Now, what I did was both not nearly that bad and maybe in some ways much, much worse. So at this time, I was in kindergarten, maybe first grade. I don't remember it perfectly, but we, all go to the bathroom break, and here's me and this kid Danny in the bathroom together. And here's where the details of the story differ massively from the way that it's always generalized by my folks, and by my, sister, and by the officials of the school. But keep in mind how my family talks about it, and how it was written on the school report. Said I flushed a kid's head down the toilet. So it's me and Danny in there, and we weren't even in the part of the bathroom with the conventional toilet. So already that's out. We were at the urinals, which in that school, it was an old school, so like the urinals didn't jut out from the wall. They were just like cut into the wall, and they were like, really tall and flat. And then like, the drain was all the way at the bottom of the floor, and it just like came out a little bit, so there's no way to even flush a kid's head down a urinal. It's, whatever. And I don't even know why I did it. Like, we're both just sitting there peeing, and I get done, and I don't know, he was still going, and I don't hate this kid. In fact, he was one of my best friends at the time, but nonetheless, the moment came, and I didn't flush this kid's head down the toilet. We were standing there, and I finished pissing. He was close to finishing, and then he finished. He starts flushing, and for some retarded reason, I grabbed my friend's head, my very good friend, and awkwardly and kind of slowly, in a way, pushed it towards the porcelain wall of the still flushing urinal, and his forehead for a brief moment touched. It got a little wet. So, okay, I flushed a kid's head down the toilet. So he's gay now.
No more.
I mean, I could never know for sure that that's what did it. He was in the Scouts too, but let's not kid ourselves. And that's it.
All right. Chris Riley made someone gay.
Yeah, contributing to the community.
By slowly, against his will, pushing his head down into a urinal.
Baptized him.
Please, Chris, please stop. I don't want to be gay.
Like, what are you doing, man? Why aren't you stopping?
Chris Riley's sitting in the principal's office after, and he said, I was just messing around. I didn't mean to get so close, but then his forehead touched.
I baptized you in the holy waters of the Stiles Point Elementary School bathroom.
Porcelain baptism.
Go forth and be blessed.
Oh man. All right, Cowart, what you got?
All right. Let's see. I'll just start. So way back when we were waiting on my daughter to get born, I think she was like maybe 3 months in. We went to go check out the sonograms, and the nurse told us that she could tell which ovary the egg came from. And I thought that was really cool. It was like, no shit, I didn't know you could tell that. And so I asked her, could you tell what testicle it came from too? And she just looked at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, it's all right. It's all right. I got my assumptions. I call my testicles the twins because one of them looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. The other one looks like Danny DeVito. So my wife, she'll ask me, she'll be like, how come I see like dudes, they'll sit down and then they'll stand up real quick and then they'll sit back down again. And I'll tell her, oh, babe, that's them sitting on their fucking nuts. Like back in the day when we used to have bench seats on trucks, you didn't want to like, God forbid you had to scoot over to give room for somebody else and fucking roll a nut under your thigh. You have to fucking jump out and skip around for a little bit. The other day I was walking through the store and some guy came up to us and said, my baby's adorable. She looks just like me. I couldn't fucking believe the guy. I had to slap him, dude. Nobody calls my fucking baby ugly. Man, it was rough when my baby was first born, man. Her schedule was totally different. She would like sleep in like 15-minute increments and like bitch like maybe every 5 minutes and stuff. And I could only picture what she would say if she could say it. I'm sure she'd be saying something like, fuck, I gotta go sleep. I gotta be back up in 15 minutes. Fucking hassle you guys again. And it was so hard to like, like learn stuff, like especially even the simple shit, like how to feed her. Jesus Christ, I was so paranoid. Eventually, we just settled on sticking a bottle up her butt and putting a diaper on her head. My wife was a virgin when we first got together. And if we didn't have a kid, I'd assume she probably still is. And that's just kind of because of the heat I'm packing. But she was a virgin when she first met me. And it's probably due to the fact that I had to sleep with her father first. I joke about that. And it fucking became a true story, dude. We moved down to this new town and had like a big moving in party and stuff. We got this house down here in Pueblo and everybody came. We're all drinking, everybody's parents, everybody's friends and stuff. And so everybody's like sauced at the end of the night. And so we started laying everybody down, making sure they're all right. Well, we lay my father-in-law down in my wife's office. And then we go upstairs, my wife and I, we lay in bed and her best friend comes up and stays in our room. She sleeps on the floor and we're all super drunk. I like barely even remember going to bed. And so when I wake up in the morning, I'm like sleeping right directly in the middle of my bed. I'm like, what the fuck? And I could feel like my left hand was around somebody's neck and my right hand was around somebody's neck. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. Her friend like came to sleep with us. Fuck. Did some badass shit happen? I can't remember. And so I feel with my left hand. I feel smooth skin. I was like, yeah, it's my wife. And then with my right hand, I start feeling like I feel fucking whiskers. I was like, what the fuck? So I jumped up out of bed, and apparently her dad, he was just drunk, like super drunk, and he rarely ever gets drunk. He came up and fucking crawled into bed with us, maybe trying to protect his daughter or something, make sure she stays a virgin or something. Fucking rough. So I've been going on blackpeoplemeet.com and I haven't nobody's hit me up in like 6 months. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck it is, dude. That's more like a cry for help. It's not even a joke. I'm just asking. Fuck, please. You know what I should do? I've even done some shit like fucking tried to make a lucrative business out of selling my used underwear to Japan. Fucking no hit there either, dude. I'm coming up dry with that bitch. But I was flattered though. Somebody the other day told me I look like a celebrity. I was fucking pretty flattered. I was like, "Whoa, no shit. Who?" They're like, "You you put a cigar in your mouth, you look like Ren 1010 taking a shit. And we're like, oh. So they got a medical procedure, I guess, like fucking something the nurses call, since fucking getting gerbils stuck up your ass is so common, gerbils and hamsters. And they started calling men that have that case, they got the case of the get your Greer. They don't want to prolapse their sleeping bag, so they got to fucking cruise to the hospital and get that shit taken care of. I've been like kind of coming off as a creeper in public sometimes, like when, say, I'm like helped like buying shoes or something like by girls, and they're like really nice girls. I'll start asking the girl like straight up. I won't beat around the bush. I'll just start asking her about like her dad and be like, what's he like? Is he good? Was he nice to you when you're little? Just because I'm fucking myself trying to gauge myself as a good dad. But then I'll like stop and like think about it. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, to these girls, they're probably thinking I'm trying to hook up with their dad or some shit. Hey, does fucking listening to Creed count as a Hail Mary? Yeah, I didn't think that one was going to go very good.
I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh shit, Hail Mary!
Like commit a sin or some shit and be like, fuck, well, I better go listen to 2.5 Creed albums and I'll be good after that. Me and the Lord will be right. Fucking one time when I was in high school, somebody pulled the meanest fucking prank on me, dude. The meanest prank I could ever think of in my whole life. Like fucking, we were out and drinking and all kinds of shit and having a good time. When I woke up the next morning, it dawned upon me like somebody fucking pulled the meanest prank in the whole fucking world to me. Somebody fucking put a shit in my pants. To this day, I've kept that shit in a Ziploc bag, and I will find that mother. I don't know about you guys, but did anybody else learn sex from like fucking 90s rap songs? So the first time like I went to get busy and shit, I was like, all right, well let me ask you a few questions because I'm not exactly sure how to fucking put my thing down, flip it and reverse it here. Do we gotta set them down and open up shop? Or sometimes when I come into the bedroom late at night and my wife's asleep, I want to see if she's just pretending to be asleep. So, because sometimes she will do that and like fuck with me. So I'll like make a big ass fucking fart sound just to see if she's awake. And usually she's asleep. And it's just me making fart sounds, and I could picture if she fucking woke up and like, what the fuck are you doing? What kind of man did I marry? Just standing there staring at me making fart sounds while I sleep. But you know what? You could keep her from cheating on you, no matter how weird you get. All you have to do is hide their razors, because no girl wants to go out looking like Sasquatch crotch, fucking trying to hook up with a new man. She ain't gonna jump the fence fucking hairy, I tell you that. So I keep them razors hid. And my daughter, when she first started like walking around, we have that stupid Staples easy button. Whenever you push it, it's like fucking, that was easy. Well, like that started being her call for whenever she was taking a shit, because she always goes and hides. She doesn't want anybody looking at it, like making eye contact with her or something. So she'll go and hide. So we could hear like from the bathroom behind the door or something. All you can hear is, that was easy. And you know that she's taking a shit. And then before she came along, like when it was just me, my wife, and my dog, we had a totally different hierarchy in our house. And it was like my wife at the top and my dog's toys at the bottom. Like my wife would walk into the kitchen and I'd slap her butt and she'd turn around and like snap on me, and I'd be like, all right, Jesus Christ, sorry, bitch. And then I'd turn around and I'd be like, get out of the trash to my dog, pissed off at him. And then he'd be like, all right, fuck, I'm sorry, bitch. And then he'd turn around and he'd see a toy of his like laying in the hallway, like, get the fuck out of the hallway. I told you not to. And dude, it's funny that like you were talking about giving dogs a complex the other day, Brian, with like putting them under like a certain amount of stress and making them seem like they're in a different situation, and it would like fuck with them forever. Because I used to do that to my dog a lot and be like, would you defend me? Like, fucking, let's see, your main A1 enemy right now is the fucking vacuum. Like, would you defend me between me and him? You know, and I could see like the inner battle going on in his head. Like, I would sit there and pretend like the vacuum had me pinned down and was like sucking on my throat or something. And I could see him like run up and be like, I told you not to fucking buy that thing, and like run off. Little shit. Fucking little bastard. My dog was fixed too. Like, he came home like he was fucking the Fonz of prison or some shit, dude. Like, he would not listen to anything whatsoever. Like, I'd be like, dude, get out of the trash. And he would just look at me like, fuck are you gonna do, bro? You already cut off my balls, bitch. I'm like, just keep going in the trash. Like, all right. Fuck. It's terrible, bro. I miss that smelly old bastard. But yeah, there's no good segue. Speaking of farts, you know what reminds me of farts? You can tell when somebody's farting in public, because like they always hold their breath, even if it's like a silent but deadly. They'll fucking hold their breath, and I think it's because you can only breathe out of one hole at a time. But then, like, you gotta master the art of the fart cutoff, though. Like, say you're at the mall and you don't want that fucker following you, so you just like walk and kind of like swing your arms behind your back when really you're trying to like cut that fart tail from you. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Find someone else to hang out with. Sometimes I'll get all super stoned and fucking get on Facebook and start looking around, and I'll forget that I'm in like CLC, and I'll see a funny ass meme or some shit and be like, oh my god, I'm saying that right now. I'm gonna post that shit in CLC. What's even worse is I'll get stoned and fucking throughout the day I'll get in all kinds of like mini aggro like arguments with people and shit, and then I'll get all stoned at night and then looking at people replying like, Chris will blah blah blah, and I'll be like, I know, bro, I'm a son of a bitch, bud. And I'll like fucking go through and start like deleting my shit. Be all paranoid like that was a different Chris. Okay, man, I'm fucking sorry, dude. And then what's even worse is sometimes like I can remember shit like really, really good. I'll remember shit like fucking Rain Man, and then other shit like really simple shit, it's like lobotomized from my head or something. I told my wife like all these fucking people I like beef with or like I gotta start doing like memento and start tattooing shit or keeping stapling pictures to myself like, this guy's cool, this guy's fucking bad, this guy talks shit. And fucking because I'm Irish, I gotta hold them grudges, man. Have you guys ever been hug raped before? The shit happens. We need to start talking about it, okay? We need to make an awareness. Like shit needs to go down. We've all been there. I know you guys don't want to talk about it. You may not want to come clean about it now. Shit's real. Alright, I'll end it with a fucking super embarrassing story about myself. So way back when I was a teenager, fresh out of high school, going to college, I was a plumber as well. And I had to go do this service call at this house, like way out in the middle of nowhere. And there's this fucking ex-con that I had to take with me. This like older 40-year-old fresh out of prison dude that I had to take with me. What it was a water heater that was brand new installed. It was faulty from the factory, so we had to go swap it really quick. So we get out there, and I have to take a shit so bad. And there is one porta potty there, but it's like knocked over. I was like, oh man, it's fucking disgusting. So we swapped the water heater all fast and stuff, and then I tell the dude like, hey man, fucking I'm gonna take a shit in this house, dude. I'm gonna go steal some toilet paper out of that fucking porta potty and take a shit in this house, bro. Just if somebody comes, like do the caca or some shit, I'll fucking and so I go in there and start doing my business, and all of a sudden I hear like the front door open and close, and then I hear a dude like, hey man, what are you doing in here, bro? Wake up. I was like, oh fuck, that fucking felon dude fell asleep, bro. So I start like wiping shit like, oh fuck, and then I can hear the dude going through the house, and then he starts pounding on the bathroom door, and he's like, who's in here? It's like, oh, I'll be right out, man, 1 sec. He's like, bro, and he like fucking busts in the door because I didn't lock it, and he like comes in the door, and he's like, oh my fucking God, what are you doing? Like, the clients are here. They've already bought the house. They're right outside. We're about to turn on the power. That's what it was. There's no power, so I couldn't see a thing in there either. And he was like, we're about to turn on the power. Fucking, you get your ass out here and blah, 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 and sneak out the back door. I was like, oh my God. I was sitting there fucking on the pot taking a dump while some dude's like bitching me out, and I'm fucking just staring at the ground and shit. Like, I'm sorry. My bad. This is terrible. It's terrible. That's about it.
Man.